Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing mostly sunny conditions out there today. As we continue in this quiet weather pattern, we'll see another sunny and seasonal day today and some quiet weather over the next 48 hours. And then we'll have a potent area of low pressure tracking up the east coast and bringing impacts to the area as we get into the day, particularly later in the day on Sunday and overnight into Monday. It's going to bring some heavier rain as well as some strong gusty winds through that time frame with the low pressure tracking through the area. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we continue to have that area of high pressure dominating the eastern part of the country. Otherwise, we have an area of low pressure over the Texas region that's being supported by an upper level trough that will be digging and tracking across towards our region. In addition, we'll have that area of low pressure developing in the Gulf of Mexico, and that will track up the east coast and bring those unsettled conditions as we get into our day on Sunday. But looking at current conditions this morning, we're seeing just a few clouds around 25,000 feet. We have a light wind out of the west at 5 knots, temperature at 39 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 73%. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We see just barely those few high clouds streaming through the area, but overall we'll have clear skies across the region and continue with that light westerly wind across the region as well. We're starting to see those temperatures quickly warm up as we get past the sunrise time frame. If we look at the European model here to see how the weekend forecast plays out, again expecting quiet weather over the next 48 hours as that high pressure remains in control through the day today and into the evening time frame. As we get into the day on Saturday, we'll start to see that area of high pressure start to recede off to the northeast, and we'll start to see an increase in mainly high clouds as we go through the day on Saturday, with some mid-level clouds building in there as well. And then going into the day on Sunday, we see that area of low pressure start to come together over the Gulf of Mexico and track up the northeast coast, getting better agreement with the modeling on this, slight variations in the tracks, but and timing as well. GFS is the outlier at this time, coming up a little bit faster, bringing the rain in a little bit faster. But expecting this area of low pressure to track just up the east coast. And as we get into the day on Sunday, we'll have a chance of some light rain in the morning. And then that rain will be light to moderate, likely by the afternoon. And as we go into the evening time frame, as this area of low pressure gets closer, as you can tell by that tight pressure gradient, we're going to see those breezy conditions through the day, and then those winds will really ramp up as the area of low pressure tracks a bit closer to the area, and that's when we'll also see the heavier rain tracking through the area as well. At this time, it looks like that heavier rain chance will be during the late evening into the overnight into Monday morning. Similarly, we'll see those strongest winds during that time period as well, where we could see wind gusts peaking around 50 to 55 miles per hour in that overnight time frame. But overall, expecting breezy conditions through the day on Sunday with that light to moderate rain and potentially some embedded heavier rain as well, as that area tracks out of the area onto into Monday. We'll start to see improving conditions, still remaining breezy. But just to look at the wind gust product here to see how the timing plays out with those strongest winds. Again, breezy conditions as we go through the day on Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon. And then as we go into the evening and overnight time frame, we start to see those peak winds swing through right around midnight, and then they taper down some as we go into Monday morning. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting green conditions over the next 24 hours with a quiet and seasonal day. Expecting that temperature to get up to around 54 degrees this afternoon. We'll see winds remain out of the west, picking up a couple knots at 7 to 12 knots. Could see some peak gusts up around 17 knots for the afternoon time frame. And then we'll continue with clear conditions, or mainly clear conditions, as we go through the overnight and into the morning hours on Saturday until about 4 a.m. when we'll start to pick up some of those high clouds moving into the area. But we'll see those temperatures cool down to around 36 degrees. And we'll keep a light westerly wind before it turns more northwesterly to start the day on Saturday, but still remaining on the light side. Tides are running normal at the moment. As we look at our weekend forecast, we'll see partly cloudy conditions. Again, those clouds will be increasing as we go through the day on Saturday, and becoming mostly cloudy as we get later in the day. We'll see a slightly breezy onshore wind through the day on Saturday, but expecting no weather risk as we have green conditions here, and expecting a high around 55 degrees. We continue with a light onshore breeze as we go through the Saturday evening time frame as well, becoming increasingly cloudiness with mostly cloudy to overcast conditions, and expecting that low around 45 degrees with continued green conditions for our weather risk. So we get into Sunday, we start to see the impacts of that area of low pressure coming up the coast. We'll have a chance of some light rain by the morning time frame, and as we get into the afternoon time frame, that rain will become likely with some light to moderate rain, and continuing into the evening time frame is when we'll have our best chance for some embedded heavier rain showers, as well as a very slight chance of some embedded thunderstorms as well. We'll see those breezy conditions through the day, and as you could see in the model charts there, those winds will be increasing through the day, becoming windier later on. Now, again, a bulk of the strongest winds and strongest rains will come after the time period here, ending at about 8 p.m. So most of the strongest activity will come more towards the midnight time frame. That's when we could see those gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour late evening and overnight time frame. But a mild day with a high around 59 degrees. So we will have that red risk for precip during the day on Sunday, as that is likely occurring. And then we'll keep a green chart for our lightning, as the lightning chance will be best past this time period here. But we will see a red risk for winds that are above 25 knots, and then orange risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with those more moderate to stronger rain showers moving through the area. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.